If you are with a narcissistic man who is overly close to his mother and she feels more like a partner to him than you are, this episode is for you. Hi, I am Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. In this episode, we will learn about the relationship between a narcissistic male and his narcissistic mother. If you're eager to dive in, subscribe and push the bell icon to stay updated with episodes on narcissism like this one. To open the discussion, I have a question for you. What was your narcissistic husband's or partner's relationship with his mother? Drop your answers below and help other survivors feel less alone in their experience. Let's first learn about the nature of the relationship between these two. The relationship between a narcissistic man and his mother is very enmeshed, toxic and dysfunctional. The mother is all-consuming, controlling and smothering. She casts a giant shadow over the son's life in an attempt to control him and those he creates a relationship with later in his life. She becomes a parasite who wants to have the son all for herself, and anyone who comes in between is demolished and destroyed. There is a dysfunctional, disorganized and insecure attachment between them where the son worships the mother and she keeps demanding more. The father is physically or emotionally abusive and absent. He abuses his spouse and children, and the son gets to witness all that, making him the carrier of shame and blame, which he then suppresses due to the mother's absolute enabling. Out of emotional incest, the mother uses the son to get her emotional needs met. She fixates on him and makes him the center of her universe. As a result, the son develops an inflated ego and grandiosity takes birth within his identity. Mix grandiosity, entitlement and pseudo-righteousness with chronic suppressed shame. You get a narcissist. Deep down, he feels a lot of anger and hatred towards her, which he projects on to the female partners he meets later. This means more abuse and trauma for these partners and reenactment for the narcissist. As the narcissistic son individuates, he either ends up loathing his mother or becomes her slave. He may or may not show this hatred directly to his mother. Nonetheless, this hatred oozes out of him as deep misogyny. He hates women on one hand, but on the other hand, seeks women in power to bring them down. Extreme sexuality turns him on, but he finds gorgeous women repulsive because he thinks they are unfaithful, manipulative, and attention seekers, which is the projection of how he experienced his mother. He subconsciously seeks mother revenge by bringing his female spouse to her knees and punishing her for the things his mother did. If he displays this hatred towards his mother directly, he may cut her off or abuse her severely along with abusing other women in his life. But if he stays as a slave, she keeps infantilizing and smothering him until she has full control over his finances, relationships and other aspects of life that she may have nothing to do with. She acts like a partner more than a mother and crosses all the boundaries, sometimes even sexual, that should be there between a child and a parent. When you show up in his life as a partner, she wages war against you and competes for her son's attention like a second wife. Everything that happens between you two goes through her, and if she doesn't approve of something, forget it, because the son will never do it, no matter how much you want to. She gets jealous whenever you spend time with him, abuses you through him, and you feel like you have been married to your mother-in-law than her son. He does what she says, believes the stories she fabricates, and makes you kiss her behind. She becomes his biggest enabler, justifies his acts of crime, and takes his words for the gospel if that means getting unlimited attention and supply from him. She punishes you for stealing him and tries her best to alienate you from your children. Every holiday, every special occasion, and every private moment is spoiled by her interference. Basically, she never lets you be at peace. She can't see you having a relationship with her extension. On top of everything, as a mother-son duo, they abuse and torture you collectively. One enables the other's narcissism, and you get sandwiched between the two until you are forced to leave. In a nutshell, a narcissistic mother has a nauseating bond with her narcissistic son, who turns out to be as volatile as her and destroys other women out of his hatred for his mommy dearest. Such men are highly misogynistic and target women in power to punish them. That was it for today's episode. If you resonated with it, drop a like, subscribe and leave a comment. I will talk with you in the next one. Until then, let the healing begin.